Good day everyone and welcome to my Magicka Warden PvP build. I've been having a lot of fun playing this build the past few days on Midyear mayhem, and I'm going to be clear with this from the start. It is a pretty meta build with high maximum health pool and procs. The reason that I prefer to run a build like this for Magicka Warden is simply because it will be the most effective for it, and I'm not really interested in putting a handicap on myself just out of some principle, while I could be having really good fights with a strong build. Now, straight off to the setup itself. So for a race I am a Breton, however a high elf will do just fine as well. For the sets I am wearing 5 pieces of Ice Furnace in combination with 2 pieces of Choke Thorn, 2 pieces of Trainee, and then a Black Rose Perfected Inferno Staff and a Vateshran's Perfected Frost Staff. Now for the traits I have Powered here on the Frost Staff, Sharpened on the Inferno Staff, and on the gear I have Reinforced on the Curse and Well Fitted on all the other pieces. Just the Choke Thorn here still needs to be transmuted, but it's a small thing because Impenetrable is also decent. For the enchants, I am using, ideally you use all triglyphs over here, but I only have the triglyphs on the big pieces right now. That being said, it's only a small difference. Ideally you just want to get to around 40k health in PvP, so when you have the Battle Spirit buff and the minor toughness from healing yourself activated as well. On the jewelry I have, oh wait, I have forgotten the Magicka's band. I have 2 spell damage enchant and 1 Magicka regeneration enchant. That being said, you could as well just change this last Magicka regeneration enchant to damage as well, should you feel alright with that. Ideally this is all in a, this is 2 infused and 1 swift, just this 1 swift to be a little bit faster. It's quite a nice trait as well, and this just needs to be transmuted as well. But the thing is, I use this Necklace of the Trainee on Sorcerer, so that's why I'm keeping it arcane for now. The food I'm using is the Sugar Skulls food. Yeah, quite a staple of course, and I'm using the Tri-Stat potions on this build. The reason I run these specific sets, Choke Thorn is just a really big heal over time, especially if you are in a tower or something and then you can run behind a wall, because it heals through walls and through rocks. And it's quite a nice boost of healing on top of my Arctic Blast and my Leeching Vines. And then the second set here, Ice Furnace, this is just a nice bit of constant AoE pressure, because with Arctic Blast you're going to be dealing frost damage around you, and this will continuously proc Ice Furnace. Your Crushing Shock and the front bar enchant, the Frost Glyph here, will also proc Ice Furnace should your Arctic Blast not be up for whatever reason. And yeah, that's it for the gear. For the skills I am running, of course, Flame Pulsar. The reason, this is why I've gone with the Black Rose Inferno Staff and not like the Black Rose Frost Staff on the back or a Black Rose Lightning Staff on the front, is because this Flame Pulsar also has a bit of a finishing component to it, 300% more damage to enemies with less than 50% health, which can be nice to have, especially against like Nightblades that will dodge roll your usual abilities like Crushing Shock. And then of course the Fissure, Crushing Shock. This will also proc the Ice Furnace. That's why I'm not using the bird here. However, you can also use this the bird because it's going to give you an additional source to CC people with. Then Fetcher Infection for the nice bit of a dot and the minor vulnerability. This is why I'm not running a Shocklift on the front bar. Bird of Prey, this is just to be faster and to deal a little bit more damage. You can change this out for things like Shimmering Shield here. And then ult on the front bar is Meteor. I don't use this ult much at all. It's mostly there for the buff and sometimes to finish off a Magicka Sorcerer when he's trying to streak away or something. Back bar, of course, Arctic Blast. Leeching Vines, it can be either morph. I've had good fight with both, to be honest, but I see most people advising Leeching Vines as well, so it's the safest way to go with this, because it's going to be a nice additional heal over time with the minor lifesteal. And then Ice Fortress, Elemental Terrain for the Vateshran, and Blue Betty. And here Northern Storm, your most important ultimate, this is what you will be using. If you are in a bit of a gap, like in a secluded position with a bunch of enemies, I will have a clip like that as well. you have the Arctic Blast going, the dot from the Black Rose Prison Inferno staff, and then the Northern Storm with the Ice Furnace on top. You're dealing a lot of AoE pressure around you passively. You can be spamming Arctic Blast in the meantime and healing yourself up while still maintaining this AoE pressure. This is something I quite like about Ice Furnace as well. I think it plays quite nicely into the Warden toolkit, as you will see in the clip after this short explanation. Then for the CP, in the red tree I will have, I'm just going to go over it quickly. It's nothing special really in terms of allocation. I also have this this thing here in the bottom right corner that gives you an entire overview of the CP, but I don't really see anything special that I need to explain right now. I've divided my points a bit across Master at Arms and Thaumaturge because it's both dot and direct damage I will be dealing. But yeah, that's it for the build really. Now there will be some gameplay, so enjoy that, and see you next time. Have a good one.